Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Wake up, wake up, it's time to rise and sing the praise of Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah. It's time to rise, to sing, to shout, to bring him all your heart. He'll do the bigger part, if you will only make a start.
Oftentimes, our perception of a confident person is one that shows everyone that they do not fear certain obligations. However, showing that you are okay is far different than experiencing that you are okay. The consideration of people who are pretending to be confident is usually the external system and environment. But people who experience real confidence doesn't have to worry about the external routines because internally they are at peace. Friends, this is your 7 minutes with God, and still here serving as His mouthpiece. This is Brother Noy Gonzaga, your inspirational online evangelist. It's not easy to focus on the topic confidence because this is a very subjective occurrence that only the person knows from within his heart, from within his mind, and from within his soul if he is really experiencing real confidence. If not, then it is always a counterfeit that is very hard to distinguish. Well, let us first consider Philippians 4 verse 13. And it says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. If we will base confidence in this biblical gem, it is very simple. It means confidence that is within the parlance of godliness is correct confidence. But wayward to it is selfish and at times pretentious. You know what, dear friends? I am always going up the pulpit in the last 10 years of my life, giving inspirational messages, young people inspirational talks, health lectures, and at times personal evangelism. 3 times a week, or 3 times a month during weekends, I have to travel and be in one of those convocations to meet appointments because I cannot say no to the mission and work of God. In my own observation, the more you get into the systemic field that you are feeling great, as you have these opportunities and public exposures, the more you are executing the wrong kind of confidence. During these times, when I have to frequently go to the stage and put myself fronting the lectern, I am trying to observe one thing. If I feel trembling and my hands are oozing with sweat in the palm area, add to that is the feeling of the shaking knees. I feel very happy when these manifestations are present. It is because it is a sign that I am feeling humble and toned down, of which during those moments I really need the Holy Spirit of God for inspiration to perform my task at hand. On the contrary, there are times when I will start to inch my way to that lectern, and there is no feeling of fear, trembles, shakings, and hesitations. There I started to feel fear. Fear of a fear which is fearing the unknown. But I only know of one thing. I am displaying overconfidence because my system is trying to ride the esteem, fame, and accolade of the moment. Oftentimes, when I don't experience the sensation of goosebumps, the delivery of God's message is almost always not to the best of its methodology. I can really feel that there is the absence of divine inspiration. which is an element that causes spiritual connection between the speaker and the audience through the Holy Spirit of God. After many experiences of speaking for the ministry and for evangelism, it's only now that I realize that when you speak and you feel fear, it is the right kind of confidence that you need. A confidence that notices the inclusion of the Lord into the equation to result to effectiveness and reliability. While others think that the episodes of fear before delivery can be connoted as less confident, rationalized thinking will object to this and proclaim that it is calculated confidence wherein there is an avenue of leeway for God to still join our lives. So the next time you will do something for God, you will speak for God, or coordinate a program for God, at the nearing instance, try to take a step back and feel for yourself, am I still having goosebumps? Because if I am, then God has a space to fill in when I cannot be enough. However, if I won't feel that goosebumps, ask yourself, if I deliver that part, can the people see Jesus in me, or they can only see me without a Jesus? Lest we forget, confidence is not the disappearance of fear, rather the understanding why fear is present and is occurring. Fear reminds us of our limitations and humanity. That is why it plays a great role in our sincerity to the ministry. So when you are given a part in church or in any other place of evangelism, honestly, are you still feeling those goosebumps? Are you still having some fears, experiencing those shakings, and even feeling those trembles? Well, if you do, then you are in the right track. We alone will never go somewhere in the ministry of God. Why? Because we need God to be with us in that ministry. When the time comes that we are not already showing signs of hesitations, let us try to examine ourselves. Am I still doing this ministry to benefit the work of God, or to usher my own exposure as a person who can become well-known using the portals of God's ministry? Which among these two? Yes, we need to be confident, but not overconfident. We need to be strong, but not really to be stronger than others. We need to aim high, but not necessarily above some individuals in our environment. Confidence is about knowing what you need for effective delivery of the gospel. Confidence is the art of learning from fear and using fear to be a source of reminder when we are at the stage or verge of displaying selfishness and overconfidence. The working theory is, even how lengthy we want to be, when God is not a part of our efforts, surely our efforts will fail. God should be the center of everything that we want to accomplish in this life. Remember, God and God alone can move the universe in order to let the right things happen. So let us be confident with God and for God.
And God alone created all these things we call our own, from the mighty to the small, the glory in them all is God's and God's alone. God and God alone reveals the truth to all we call unknown, and all the best and worst of man won't change the Master's plan. It's God's and God's alone.
tire, our hearts will never tire with God and God alone. God and God alone is fit to take the universe's throne. Let everything that live reserve its truest praise for God and God alone. God and God alone is fit to take the universe's throne. Let everything that live reserve its truest praise for God and God. Let everything that live reserve its truest praise for God and God alone.
Yes, dear friends, confidence is not about a callous self who may not experience fear anymore. It's not about letting the world see that we do not fear anything. Rather, it is more of a feeling that there is comfort. More of feeling the comfort and experiencing happiness without the fear of jockeying for self-exaltation. Furthermore, real confidence is knowing that God is at our side, ready to be our companion, because we are on the right avenue, doing the right ministry, and keeping the founded faith to the great God in heaven. This is the 7 Minutes with God, and have a genuine confidence in our life. Have a confident life in every day that we live. Remember, God and God alone can supply the missing link in order for us to experience genuine and real confidence. God bless us all today.
Wake up, it's time to rise and sing the praise of Jesus. Hallelujah, hallelujah. It's time to rise, to sing, to shout, to bring.
Wake up! Wake up!